So it seems that PETA still doesn't really know when to stop, and with one of the most celebrated video game launches of the year, PETA is, well, I guess, inputting things that just don't make sense. So, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be talking about Animal Crossing, which, of course, pretty much everybody but me owns at this point. I don't know why I haven't still bought the game at this point, but Animal Crossing is just one of those franchises that it seems people universally love. I've never really ever heard anyone say, hey, I really don't like Animal Crossing. It's pretty weird. I mean, I've heard that from pretty much any other series except for that one, but of course, when a new Animal Crossing game comes out, it's a pretty celebrated event in video games. People are always excited when these games come out, and well, that definitely wasn't anything different when the new one came out. It's been out for what, like a week or something now, and of course, it's been the talk of the internet. So much so, in fact, that PETA decided that they had to go ahead and chip into the conversation. And of course, you know, I don't even think I need to tell you guys this, but PETA didn't really say anything impactful. They didn't say anything that actually makes sense. They didn't say anything that realistically makes your gameplay experience any better, helps with the treatment of animals in real life, anything like that. But what did they do? Well, let me go ahead and tell you. They made a vegan guide for Animal Crossing. PETA made a vegan guide. Now, obviously, using your brain, you probably have one question. Oh, Optimus, why would PETA even do this? I mean, it is a video game at the end of the day, and literally nothing that you do inside of the game impacts really anyone or any animals in the real world. Well, of course, like, I understood that right when I saw the article, right when I saw this guide, right when I knew that this was an issue. And most of you, who have a little bit of sense, would probably come to the same conclusion pretty quickly. But of course, PETA, they're not really, I would say, part of the big brain crew here. They like to do things, especially for, I guess, attention. Bad press has basically been all that PETA really has gotten in the last few years, and in reality, they thrive off of it. And you might also be saying, well, you're contributing to it right now. And in a way, yes, I am, but I like to make fun of people who are stupid, so, well, here we are. But of course, putting out this guide, you know, they might have said something that actually makes a little bit of sense, so we're going to comprehensively go through this guide and pick things apart where that makes sense. So, well, the first big point of this guide is fishing in Animal Crossing vegan. This is a biggie. Fishing isn't vegan. You shouldn't fish in real life, and so you shouldn't do so in the game either. Sure, unlike in real life, the fish in the game don't feel pain, but fishing is harmful to animals and the planet. This is your island, and it's your job to protect it. Tearing the wildlife right out of their ocean homes so that you can, quote, donate them to Blathers for museum exhibits is not only cruel, but also bad for the environment. So the funny thing about this point right here is, in the first sentence, they make the distinction between, like, real life and the video game, right? They tell you that, of course, the fish don't feel pain or anything like they would in real life if you were fishing them and the hook got caught in their mouth. But then the entire rest of this part here, they're telling you why you should take the video game seriously and why you shouldn't fish in the game. Oh yeah, sure, the fish don't feel pain like they do in real life, therefore, you know, it's not really as big of a deal, but you should make it a big deal. Because, well, even though you're not going to take the fish's quote-unquote pain in the video game seriously, you should take the environmental impact of the fish being gone seriously in a video game that isn't real. It's disappointing that a game in which villagers from all different species, from elephants and ducks to deer and pigs, coexist harmoniously with humans encourages abusive behavior towards fish and insects. Instead of being recognized as the living, breathing, feeling individuals they are, they're presented as forms of entertainment for the other villagers. Your island should be a safe space for all animals, big and small. Okay, everything in this is presented as a form of entertainment for the person playing the game, so none of it really matters because it's a video game and everything is happening digitally in a world that does not exist. For instance, I could go in Animal Crossing if the game constraints didn't exist and I could go get, I don't know, a minigun, right? And I could walk right up to the ocean and I could just shoot out into the ocean with this minigun until it either, I don't know, overheated or the ammunition ran out, right? And let's say I hit 7,000 fish and they all just came up to the top, right? No fish are really being harmed. I mean, it's a video game. It's not real life. We're talking about pixels on a screen. What would a vegan eat on one of these islands? Now, the whole world knows the answer to the eternal question. On a desert island, fruit. In the game, it makes you strong. When you eat enough fruit, you actually become strong enough to shatter rocks and receive extra bells and resources from them. Okay, but you do realize, right, that first and foremost, the game is not presenting a vegan agenda, right? It's just a video game in which there's fruit on these islands. Number two, not everything has to be about veganism. I mean, you can play a video game and, like, not have to inject your personal beliefs into things. if you're a vegan in real life, like, you're still a vegan if you eat, I don't know, a hamburger or something in a video game. Like, it's a video game. You don't have to take everything so seriously. As a matter of fact, PETA and all these groups wonder why people completely dislike what they have to say. But then at the same time, like with a video game like this, which is meant to just relax and enjoy with, as a matter of fact, Animal Crossing would be one of the most like laid back games I can think of. They feel the need to like inject their personal beliefs into these kinds of things, which by the way, in the gaming industry, people don't really take too well because they're fucking video games and people don't really play video games to hear political shit and beliefs that have nothing to do with the game whatsoever. So, should I build a doghouse? If you get instructions to build a doghouse, don't. Life at the end of a heavy short chain is all too real an issue for many dogs in the US. Right now, countless dogs are constrained outdoors in all weather conditions with chains just like the one pictured here, languishing alone and struggling to survive long days and nights without proper shelter from the elements. Often these lonely dogs are deprived of even the basics, such as food, water, and veterinary care. They're forced to spend their lives in solitary confinement, relegated to the backyard without any companionship, play, or exercise. Dogs are individuals who belong in homes, not on a chain. Please don't mistreat them on your island. Okay, so we've gone from, oh, the fish don't feel pain in the video game, to dogs will feel the emotional constraint of living only on a chain in a doghouse in a video game. Like, the article just contradicts itself in so many different ways, and it's funny, almost, because you can tell that these people, like, really tried. Like, they actually gave a serious attempt to help people not mistreat animals in Animal Crossing, which is a video game, but at the end of the day, they just sound really stupid because none of it makes sense, and it's insane to me. But this one, I think, really helps take the cake. Is Tom Nook exploiting you? Of course, one of the main characters in Animal Crossing, probably honestly one of the more famous video game characters out there. Tom Nook is a tanuki, or a raccoon dog, which are often killed for their fur. Others like him in the real world are beaten, anally electrocuted, gassed, or skinned alive. Cut him some slack. Okay, well, once again, fish, they don't feel pain in the video game. Literally, first sentence of this entire thing, of their first point. But now, cut Tom Nook some slack because his real-life counterparts feel all this pain. You know, cut him some slack, even though he doesn't feel this pain whatsoever. And he's literally just a character in a video game. Yeah, cut him some slack. I feel like no way that any real human being could have, like, read through this article with, like, a sane mind and been like, yeah, this is all making sense. It's coming together, folks. How can you spread animal rights throughout Animal Crossing? AKA be an obnoxious asshole to everybody else who encounters you in the game. Because they're just trying to play a video game and unwind from the real world, and of course you have to bring in real world issues and flood it and make it your entire personality in the game as well. Give your island an animal-friendly name like Veganville. Oh yeah, that sounds like a great idea, because when I go to someone's island and it's named Veganville, I respect them a lot more. Completely sane human beings are known for interjecting all of their personal opinions and stuff into every aspect of their life and pushing it at everyone. Customize your passport with a phrase like hashtag #InSpeciesism or adopt don't shop or go vegan. Because in a video game world, all of those things really matter. Make custom designs, so like in the picture you see, you can put go vegan on the ground outside of your island. By the way, up until this point, if I saw any of this, right, like if I went onto an island or whatever and someone had any of this shit going on, I immediately would leave and never go back. As a matter of fact, I wish these games had the ability to invade other people's islands and conquer them, because if I could build up like an island military, right, and I could instruct all of the villagers or whatever to like take to arms and we're gonna sail across the ocean about 8 kilometers that way, there's a bunch of vegans on this one island, right, and we're gonna go take them all over. Because obviously these people have no idea how to play the game. I wish it was kind of like an RTS like that. That would be sweet. Post a bulletin to instruct your visitors to leave wildlife alone. Alright, let's go ahead and read this billboard here. Okay, S. Junipero, whatever you want to say, has a zero-tolerance policy on speciesism. No fishing, no catching bugs, respect all animals while visiting. Thank you. Okay, in case I haven't made the point strong enough in this video, when I'm playing Animal Crossing, I do not give a shit about what you personally believe. Regardless, I don't care. I'm not playing a video game to hear your lecture on what you personally believe. And yeah, animal rights, something that should be taken seriously, right? We shouldn't be taking eagles and body slamming them on pavement or like kicking puppies in the face. I get that, right? That is not something that has anything to do with Animal Crossing. If I come onto your island and everything there is veganist themed and is, you know, there's bulletins up telling me that you have a zero tolerance policy on fishing, catching bugs, which are all elements of the game, you immediately become the worst player I've ever seen on Animal Crossing. It's just that simple. Like, I'm not gonna get on Animal Crossing after eating 20 chicken nuggets from McDonald's, okay? And see your little thing on the floor that says go vegan and be like, oh, well, I guess I shouldn't have eaten those McNuggets now. I guess I'm gonna go get some kale and celery. Like, it's fine if you're vegan. And it's fine if you're a member of PETA or whatever, right? But when you invade everyone else's enjoyment of a video game, which, by the way, of course, is not causing real harm to animals, you send out negative messages, maybe unintentionally, about what you believe, because people find that shit annoying. Okay? So folks, if you do some fishing in Animal Crossing, I promise you're not the worst person who's ever lived. And with that being said, thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on my channel, follow me over on Twitter at @SubToOptimus. I post memes, thoughts, and updates over there. Surefire way to get notifications of all my newest content. Make sure to check out Shop Opti down below for the freshest, most officialist Optimus merch on the internet. Thank you to my channel members, your support helps my channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, becoming the worst person ever because I fished a couple times and caught a butterfly in Animal Crossing, and signing out.